Hello, my family. It's Michael with Find Your Light, and I'm here today in a comfy housecoat day. It's raining outside. It's got that chilly, damp vibe, but I've had a beautiful morning. I woke up, I did some yoga, I got my meditation in, I had a warm glass of lemon water that entered my system. And today's Mother's Day, so play the Matrix a little bit and nobody forget to tell your mother that you love them, even though every day is Mother's Day, because the feminine energy is a beautiful thing, and the being that brought you into this world is your portal into this world, and we should never forget where we come from, and don't forget to initiate that love towards your mother. Even though today is Mother's Day, but instead of buying stuff, just go express the feelings. So anyway, what I want to talk to everybody about today while I juice some wheatgrass is pain. Physical pain and how it relates to our lives and what we can do to diminish and get rid of pain. Because in modern day society, the Western civilization, doctors and, pharmaceuticals, and, you walk into the local CVS and there's an entire wall of Tylenol and ibuprofen, and all these things that are for pain. But I'm here to give you a perspective that I hope may make you think twice about using these things. So, first of all, pain. What is pain? Pain is like, we have the physical pain where it's like, ow, my elbow hurts, right? Or like my knee or my back. And then we have like that emotional pain. If something just happened, it can be grief. And then if we don't deal with grief, it can actually turn into the physical pain. We have the mental pain where we cannot, anxiety is a form, in my opinion, of mental pain, right? We can't focus, we can't get things done, we forget things. Like that is a form of mental pain. Dementia and all these things that happen when people are older. And once again, in my opinion, it's from being toxic. It's from all these toxic chemicals in our bodies that finally just start to deteriorate our minds, the neural pathways within our brain, our arteries, our hearts, our organs, all these things. It's all because we're toxic. Our blood, our being, our people, our persons, we're toxic. We got to detox, right? So a story for you. I was in so much pain a few years ago that I don't think the people in my life really had any idea how much pain I was in, because I've always had a very high pain tolerance. So the people in my life never knew how much pain I was in. I went through an injury, but up until that injury happened, I was in a ton of pain, but I was so unaware of my own self that life, the spirit within me, had to put me through lessons to find myself again. And I would not have been so self-aware to make the decisions in my life that have led me to the point that I am at now without my master teacher in my life, which is myself, but the tool, the diagnostic tool that led me down the path of healing is ayahuasca, is Yagé. And I made another video about ayahuasca and Yagé, but this is just another diary for those of you to understand. And I'm not saying you have to go drink Yagé or ayahuasca to heal, because if we learn these lessons, if we become self-aware in other ways, we do not need it. But it is such a master teacher. It will evolutionize your life, leaps and bounds of healing and self-discovery. And Oh, just wanted to make sure my camera was on there. And what I'm trying to say is possibly think about this, what I'm going to say here, and see if it can apply it to your life, because I feel the pain in the world anymore. I'm not the type of person I don't get out much. I don't do much. I do a lot, but I don't do much in the world, you know, because I want nothing to do with the world, really. There's so much pain out there. There's so many places that I used to go that I don't go, that a lot of people still go, that I just don't go. Because I'm in this life and I'm still in a period of evolving and becoming, detoxing and clearing out my mind and my spirit to become who I truly am before I fell down a very dark path. And when I started to become more realized of myself, I started to understand pain. So let's get back to pain. Pain is your body telling you something is not right. Pain is your body communicating with you. Inflammation is your body healing. We do not want to stop inflammation. We do not want to stop pain. Pain is what will drive you towards making the decisions to change yourself in the same way that caused that pain. That pain. I got prescribed painkillers, inflammatory pills, what's the other stuff? The ones that are really toxic for you. The prednisone packets, I got prescribed all of that. I was told that I would never, ever be able to, I was pretty much given hey dude, you need this stuff for good. Or, surgeries and all this stuff. And I almost listened. I almost went down that path. But I would look around and I would find people with the same issues, and I would look at them and I would be like, man, they're doing all that stuff and they're sick. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna learn these lessons. And ayahuasca kept showing me, this is what you got to do to change. And I had no idea it was tied into my pain, my physical pain. That was all learning the levels of reality, right? The spiritual, mental, and emotional, and physical. We have to heal on all these planes. The physical's the most dense. Yeah, we have a serious physical issue. Guess what? It started up here. It trickled all the way down. You had emotions, you had thinking, you had spiritual issues your whole life. And then finally the stuff starts to turn into gunk and hits your physical body, and then you have an issue. You know? So we gotta learn to hit the spiritual. We have to connect with ourselves again, with our Creator. We have to work through our mental and emotional bodies, and then we have to also hit it with our physical. Taking care of our bodies, doing what's good for it, moving the prana, moving the energy, moving the chi, whatever you want to call it. We have to treat our bodies like a temple. I grew up going to church all the time, the Bible stories and all that kind of stuff. So I have a perspective for that avenue, that lens. And I talk to people from that lens sometimes, because most people look at life through the lens because it's so prominent in the Western culture, right? So I say, you're a body that invited a Holy Spirit into your body. People go, yes. Okay, so your body's a temple for a Holy Spirit. People go, yes. Okay, we're on the same ground. Now we have some common ground. Holy Spirit temple. Should you not show that Holy Spirit how much you appreciate and how much you truly believe in that Spirit by showing it how this temple is? By making this temple a temple fit for a Holy Spirit. And then they go, I never thought of it like that. And I'm like, it's how I think about it. And that is what drives me towards purifying my mind, body, as much as I can. People call me extreme. I don't consider it extreme because the more that I go down this path and I keep pushing it and cutting out the things in my life and working on my own self and doing whatever I can for whoever that I can at any given moment, I learn so much about myself, and I find more happiness, and I find more peace, and I become more thankful. It's not like I try. It's not like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I'm gonna do this. No, there's a few things in my life that I know that I stick to, and that's my diet, and that's my meditation, and that's taking care of myself, and that has led me through these things. And then when I found ayahuasca, it rocket ship towards connecting with my creator on a level that I feel like at any given moment I can look down at a little ant and just cry, or I can look at a tree and cry and know that I am no better than that tree, and I am no better than that ant, and that we are all one, and the oneness that I feel is a blessing. But at the same time, the oneness that I feel with every living sentient being on this earth, with the water, with the rocks, with the grass, and knowing what it could be like and where we are now and where we are headed, that's a whole other contemplation of my mind. But I feel the sickness in people. So this is why these YouTube videos are here. For me to do my part on what I'm inspired to do, because I'm not a talker. I am not the type of person to speak, which is why these are something that I know that I should do. And I'm not the type of person to really get out there too much. I'm a homebody. I'm a housecoat. My business is off in my house. I'll spend hours by myself, days by myself. I just spent an entire month in another country by myself. I travel by myself. I eat by myself. I do a lot of things by myself. And there's some people in my life I enjoy their company very much, and I spend time with those people. But I also spend a lot of time by myself. So this is my way of reaching the world in the way that I want to reach. So we must understand that the pain and the suffering that we are in, if we want to really climb out of it, if you wake up one day and you say, I'm done with this pain, really think twice about taking the pills. Really think twice about it. Because if you have a bad knee and it hurts all the time, and you go taking these anti-inflammatory pills and these pain pills, oh yeah, the pain's gone, like my knee's not good, but my insides are complete garbage. My poor liver, kidneys, and stomach have to process these pills. My brain is just turning into gunk, and I can't think right, and I can't process my emotions. I can't process anything that's going on in here. And now I'm depressed, and now I'm anxious, so I take these anxiety pills, and I take these depression pills because my brain's not working right, because my knee hurt, and it all started with me taking Tylenol every day. I'm telling you, this stuff is not for your health. It is to disconnect you from source, from Prime Creator, from God. You call it how you view life. Wherever you view life, you want to stay connected to that energy. Yes, okay. Then we must understand our bodies. We must understand what these things are that happen to us. And pain is a signal for you to change. All pain, any pain, no matter how small the pain is, it is a signal for you to change. My friends, my family on this earth, please listen to me, a man that has been through so much pain. I literally could not pick my 6-pound poodle up off the floor without wanting to cry. I would literally walk and go grocery shopping, and I thought I would sometimes break down and start crying because I was a man of physicality. If you knew me, I was very strong. I did an enlistment in the Marines. I deployed. I was a fighter. Trust me, I never once thought twice about my physical body not being there. And you know what life did to me? Yo, dude, boom, punch in the face. I got knocked out clean. Couldn't even lift a gallon of water up off the table without feeling like somebody was stabbing me. Took me an hour to get out of bed every morning. But thank you to my Creator for guiding me down the path that I was in, and I'm proud of myself looking back on it because I never did the pill thing. I don't think I took one pain pill the whole time, and I was in pain. I think I smoked some marijuana, but I was on my way out of getting out of the marijuana consciousness. And I made a video about my view on marijuana now, but I'm pretty sure that may have been in the transition of me wanting, and I knew it at the time. I said I knew I can't rely on anything to get me out of this pain other than myself. And I still kept making the bad decisions in my life that caused that pain, and then I went deeper into a depressive state, an emotional state, a spiritual depressive state, and my body got worse. And for about a year, I deteriorated on all levels. All levels. People have no idea. Only I do, and the really close people in my life, and my Taita, who I love very much, who is my ambassador for the lessons that I have learned with ayahuasca. But this is so much more than ayahuasca. But the reason I call this an ayahuasca diary is because it was a huge part of the whole process. So, what I'm trying to, major point that I just want to get you guys to understand is that any physical pain, any physical discomfort, my body is not working, I have diabetes, I am depressed, I am anxious, these aren't normal. This isn't supposed to be here. You can change yourself and these things will go away. I am not saying that you can be 100% after you have gone down a path for so long, but you can find a place within yourself where yes, you may always have a little bit of pain, but when you're connected and you learn your lessons, you look at the pain and you decipher it and you feel it and you see it differently, and you look at it from kind of up here and you look down on it. And the pain's down here. And then you start to vibrate higher because you're taking care of your body and you're taking care of yourself and you're taking care of your mind and you're taking care of your spirit. And you look down at the pain and you look down on the path that you used to live. And you say, whoa, I do all these things, so I'm up here now. And if I don't do these things, I'm going to be back down there, and I'm going to be back down in here, and I'm going to be back down in all the pain. I'm going to be back down in all the sickness. But on that journey up the mountain, you will learn so much about yourself. So much. And if you're perfect, if you're like good, I'm in no pain, whatever, look deep. Because they are the really deep things to change. That's in here and in here. It's really easy if, we have some sort of addiction, or we're way overweight, or we're depressed or anxious. Hey, we're going to tackle that stuff. But if I got a good life and, all this stuff, I got nothing to work on. That's, to me, I mean, that wasn't me. I have so much to work on. I feel like I'm, in a pool 1,000 feet deep on my way to the top, and every time I get close to the top, it just gets deeper. But that's how I, keep going. So, all right, guys. So that was about 20 minutes of me talking. I don't know where that came from, but I just wanted to show you guys wheatgrass. All right. So we've been growing wheatgrass because this is a huge part of healing. You can get 2 or 4 ounces of this in you a day. It's like the most nutrient dense enzymatically alive living food on the planet. You can juice it. You can actually cut some of this grass off and chew it and then spit the grass out. It's good for the jaw. It's good for the glands in your mouth that create saliva because we don't chew our food enough. So I just wanted to quick show you, and I don't want to make this a long video. So I'm just going to real quick juice some wheatgrass for you so I can show you this and just show you guys like, hey, this is my pain management, okay? I mean it. I got off, I was talking on all that, you know, I just came from the heart. I want you guys to know, and time flew by. So I had this here to show you. I wanted to talk about wheatgrass, but I'm going to have to make another video for just wheatgrass. So I'm going to quick juice some wheatgrass so I can show you what it is. And yeah, so. All right, everybody. So I got 4 ounces of wheatgrass here. Not gonna lie, 2 ounces are for me to drink. The other 2 ounces are for me to do an enema with. That's right. I do wheatgrass enemas, and they are amazing. They detox the liver, they detox the large intestines, and you have no idea how sick you really are until you see what's inside of you. But that's a whole other video. Today was just on pain, and I wanted to give a slight testimony of my own self. So, I'm gonna cheers you guys to some wheatgrass. 2 ounces. Cheers, everybody. Don't forget to take care of yourself because it's taking care of the world. So good.